Kanye once said that drums are his Achilles heel, and honestly, they're mine as well. But Kanye still somehow manages to make his drums sound great every beat, and it's actually simpler than you think. So today I'll show you 5 steps on how to add drums to your samples just like Kanye West, starting with quality drums. Okay, so before we get into quality drum sounds, let me just show you what's the base of my beat. So basically I just used this sample from our weekly samples on Sample Academy. It's called Please Return Your Love to Me by The Temptations, and I just chopped it up a bit, pitched it up 3 semitones, and added a little bit of processing to just cut out a few frequencies from it, added a very simple bass line, and I also just added one more simple synth from Analog Lab, so we have more frequencies filled up in the beat. So what do I mean when I say quality drums? So I think it's pretty obvious. You need to have quality sounds that you're gonna add to your beat. So there's actually 3 things you have to look out for. So first is where they come from. So you need good drum kits and good drum sources, because basically when you don't have good drum kits, you don't have good quality sounds, you're not gonna be able to pick what fits your beat. And if your sounds aren't correct, basically it doesn't matter what you make with your pattern. If the drum sounds sound bad, then no matter what you do with the pattern or with the mixing later on, the drums will sound bad. So the rule I like to use in my beats is the 80-20 rule, where basically the 20% of the effort gives you 80% of the result. And in this case, the 20% of effort is picking the correct sounds, which is gonna give you 80% of the result. So the drum kit I'm gonna be using is gonna be the Kanye West Essential Drum Kit from Sample Academy. So the second thing you need to watch out for is you need to pick drums in context. So basically what I want you to do is actually listen to your beat while you're picking your sounds, which sounds pretty obvious, but I still see so many people just picking their sounds while not listening to their own beats. Okay, so let's actually listen to our loop and try to pick the kick we're gonna be using. So I think I like this bass heavy kick, so that's what I'm gonna use. And so the third thing is focus on one sound at a time. So basically what I see a lot of people do is I see them literally look through 5 kicks and pick the first one that sounds semi-okay and then move on to the next sound, which basically why I don't want you to do that is because if you pick a kick first and it's kind of okay and then you move on to the snare, now the kick that you picked is gonna influence what snare you're gonna pick. I actually want you to focus on one sound at a time. Spend like 5 minutes looking for a single kick. Then once you find the perfect one, use it and now move on to the next sound like the snare and repeat it with the snare and move on to the hi-hat and so on and so on. So let's actually take a look at what sounds I picked. So first I picked this heavy bass kick, and then for my snare I picked this sound. I picked this open hat and this hi-hat. So I didn't actually pick all that much, that's just 4 sounds, but I think for me it's gonna be enough for this beat. So let's actually listen to how those drums sound in context so you can hear why I picked them. And by the way, if you want to learn how to sample like this, then check out Sample Academy. It's first link in the description and we currently have a free trial for everybody. Okay, so step 2 is drum patterns. And a common misconception about drum patterns is that they have to be crazy and they have to be unique, which is not the truth. So as an example, let me show you Kanye West Hey Mama. So obviously here's this sample Today Won't Come Again, which sounds like this. Right, but then if you listen to his drums, there's nothing crazy happening here. You can literally see that there's just a kick and a clap. So if we listen to just the drums, so in the full version of the song, obviously there's a few more perks, but literally this is the entire main part of the drums. So as you can see, you do not need complex drums to make them sound good. So if we come back to our beat, I just started off by making this very simple pattern with my open hat and the snare to just establish the basics of the drums. right? So this kind of like gets us to start to nod our head to the beat a little bit more. And so like a tip I'm gonna have for this step is to actually beatbox, because I know that when a lot of people try to build out their drums, they already have like an idea in their mind of how they want the drums to sound. What they don't have is the skill to actually add them into the DAW. So what you can do to like walk around it is basically you can record yourself beatboxing into the DAW and then literally just trace your recording with your sounds. And so that's actually what I did for my kick. I just recorded my kick bounce and then I just traced it with the kick sounds. So here's how this came out. So I just want you to take notice of this kick roll here at the end of the pattern. This is something that Kanye does a lot, especially in his older beats. So you can definitely try it out in your beats. And just to finish off my pattern, I added this simple two-step hi-hat that basically doesn't play for the first half of the beat and then comes in for the next 2 bars. So it just gives us a little bit of progression all throughout the beat. And as I said, your drum patterns don't actually have to be complex. So this is how I'm gonna leave my drums for this beat. So the next step is volume balance. So I actually been kind of tricking you this entire time because my drums were already volume balanced. But the thing about volume balance is that a lot of people try to do so much while mixing their drums. While to be honest, just using the volume should be literally like 90% of your mixing of your drums. So turning it down or tuning it up, that's basically how you should mix 90% of your drums. And if you did everything correctly in the step 1, so basically you picked quality sounds that match your beat, basically volume matching should be easy and your drums should sound really good after you volume match them. So let me actually turn off all of the volume changes on my drums and take a listen to how it sounds. Right, so certain sounds just poke out too much. So how do you actually volume balance your drums? So the first thing I want you to work on is your kick. Your kick should be the loudest thing in your mix. So what we're gonna actually do is I'm gonna take every single sound and I'm gonna turn it down to minus 20 dB. And what I'm gonna start by doing is I'm gonna try to bring up my kick until it sounds too loud, and then I'm gonna back it off a couple dB, about 2 to 3 dB. So I think minus 15 is perfect for me. So now I'm gonna do the same for the snare. And basically remember, you don't want your snare to be louder than your kick. You want the snare to be nicely tucked behind the kick. And then I'm basically gonna repeat this for both my hats. So we can move on to the fourth step, which is punch and color, right? So now that we have our drums done, we can finally move on to mixing them. And so basically, again, if you did everything correctly before this step, you're not gonna have to do a lot here. So the only thing I really do to my drums is I add a little bit of analog clip, which is basically gonna add a little bit of punch to our sounds. So listen to the drums before the analog clip. And now listen to them after I add the analog clip. So they just feel a little bit more snappier. And to bring out the color out of my drums a bit, I'm just gonna group the entire drums and I'm gonna put a LA compressor, which is a free plugin that you can get. So basically I'm gonna be aiming for around minus 3 dB gain reduction, and then I'm just basically gonna boost up the volume of the drums so they match the volume before I compress them. And this is just gonna bring out a little bit of the color out of the drums. And to be honest, this is pretty much everything I do for the mixing of my drums. So the fifth and the final step is trial and error. So this is a very simple step and it's basically redo your drums a lot. This is even one of the things that Kanye West said he does, is he just remakes the drums on every single beat over and over and over again until he gets them right. So to be honest, if you have some old beats, you should go back to them and redo the drums just for some practice. And yeah, if you're interested in sampling and making beats and you just need somebody to help you, then go check out Sample Academy. It's first link in the description and it's the best place for you to learn sampling. So if I just add a few things to this beat and arrange it out, here is how the final beat sounds.